Blue and red lights flashed behind her black SUV as it slowed on the empty highway. The officer's voice barked through the loudspeaker, "Pull over now." She sighed softly, glancing at the clock, 7:12 a.m., the time she usually reached the courthouse. She signaled, pulled over, and rested her hands calmly on the steering wheel. The officer marched up to her window, sunglasses low on his nose. "License and registration," he snapped. She offered a polite smile. "Of course, officer. May I ask why I'm being stopped?" "You were swerving," he said flatly, though she hadn't. "Step out of the vehicle." Her heart didn't race, she'd been through worse in her younger years. But something about his tone told her this wasn't a routine stop. Another patrol car pulled in behind, lights flashing. A second officer joined him, whispering something with a smirk. "I'm on my way to court," she said quietly, "if you could please make this quick." The first cop chuckled. "Court? You one of them legal assistants or something?" She looked straight into his eyes. "Something like that." They exchanged a mocking glance. "Step out of the car, ma'am. You fit the description of a suspect involved in vehicle theft." Her eyebrows lifted slightly. "Vehicle theft? This car is registered in my name. Then you won't mind us searching it." He pulled the door open before she could answer. She froze, her knuckles tightening around her briefcase. "Sir, without probable cause, that's..." He cut her off sharply. "Lady, you people always think you know the law." She exhaled slowly, trying to keep her voice steady. "Actually," she said, eyes cold now, "I do know the law." He smirked again. "Yeah, and what are you gonna do about it?" She gave him a look that made his smirk falter just slightly. "You'll find out soon enough." Her phone began recording on the dashboard without a sound. The camera caught every second, his aggressive tone, his search without warrant, and the humiliation that followed when they. Inside the cold police station, fluorescent lights buzzed above as she sat silently on the bench, wrists still cuffed. One officer typed lazily at the front desk while the other leaned against the wall, grinning like he'd just made a big catch. "You know," the first officer said, "if you'd just cooperated, this could have gone smoother." She tilted her head, her calmness unsettling him. "Cooperated with what? Illegal detention?" He scoffed. "Big words, huh? You a lawyer or something?" Her lips curved into the faintest smile. "Something like that." The door behind the counter opened, and a senior officer stepped out, Captain Rhodes, a man with years of arrogance stitched into his uniform. "What's this?" he asked. "Caught her speeding, sir," the younger one said quickly. Then she got mouthy, claimed she knew the law. Rhodes nodded slowly, glancing at her. "You got ID?" She looked at him for a long second. "It's in my briefcase. You can check, carefully." He waved to the rookie. "Go on, open it." The officer pulled out a slim black folder, unzipped it, and froze. Inside lay a gold badge with her name engraved on it, Judge Camille Roberts, United States District Court. The room fell into silence. Rhodes blinked twice, his voice cracking. "Wait, this some kind of joke?" Camille stood up, raising her cuffed hands. "Do I look like I'm joking, Captain?" The rookie stammered. We didn't know, ma'am, you didn't say." "I didn't need to," she interrupted sharply. "You didn't ask, you assumed." Her voice grew calm again, but each word cut through the air like a blade. "You profiled me, searched my vehicle without cause, and arrested a sitting federal judge on false pretenses. You might want to start making some calls, before I do." Rhodes swallowed hard. "Ma'am, please, let's not." She stepped closer, lowering her voice. "You've already done enough. Every second of this was recorded. Your faces, your voices, your words." The rookie's face went pale. "Recorded," she smiled. Captain Rhodes tried to regain his composure, tugging at his collar as sweat formed along his temple. "Judge Roberts, let's talk this out. Maybe we can." She raised her wrist slightly, the handcuffs glinting under the harsh light. "You can start by removing these." The rookie scrambled to unlock them, his hands shaking. As the metal clicked open, she rubbed her wrist slowly, her expression unreadable. "I'll be filing my report," she said quietly. "And believe me, this won't just vanish." Rhodes forced a nervous chuckle. "Look, Judge, this is all just a misunderstanding. We didn't know who you were." She turned toward him sharply. "That's the problem. You don't need to know who someone is to treat them with basic respect." Her tone was calm, but the weight of her words made both men shift uncomfortably. "Do you have any idea what happens when an officer unlawfully detains a federal judge?" she asked. Rhodes' jaw tightened. "Ma'am, please, no need for threats." It's not a threat, she interrupted. It's the law. Just then, her phone buzzed on the table. She answered on speaker. Judge Roberts, a firm voice said, "This is Special Agent Monroe from the FBI. We received your footage. We'll handle it from here." The office's faces drained of color. FBI, the rookie whispered. She didn't even glance at them. "Thank you, Agent. I'll be in my chambers within the hour." She hung up and turned back to the captain. "You'll be getting a call soon," she said softly. "You should answer it." Rhodes stammered, "Judge, please, can't we make this right?" She paused, looking around the room, the same room where she'd been humiliated just minutes ago. Then she leaned slightly forward and said, almost gently, "You can't unbreak trust, Captain. You can only face the consequences." As she walked out of the station, the rookie whispered, "Sir, what do we do?" Rhodes didn't answer. His phone started ringing. He stared at the caller ID, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Viral line. "When the FBI calls your station, you already know the shift is over." By the time Judge Roberts stepped into the courthouse, the morning sunlight had turned harsh and white, matching her mood. Every head turned as she walked through the marble hall. Staff, officers, even lawyers froze mid-conversation. Her calm but fierce expression said everything. Something big was coming. Inside her chambers, her clerk, a young woman named Lisa, looked up nervously. "Judge, I saw the footage, it's everywhere now. The department's already trending online." Camille set her briefcase down. "Good, maybe now they'll learn that badges don't excuse behavior." Lisa hesitated. "Do you really think they'll face charges?" Camille met her gaze. "They will. I've already filed a formal misconduct complaint with the DOJ, and I'll be overseeing a review of every arrest those two officers have made in the last 6 months." Lisa blinked. That could shut their whole precinct down. Camille's voice didn't waver. "Then justice will be done." Just then, her office door opened abruptly. Captain Rhodes stood there, his face pale and his uniform drenched in sweat. "Judge Roberts, I came to apologize personally. This was all a mistake." She raised a hand, cutting him off. "A mistake, Captain, your men drew weapons on me. They cuffed me. They laughed while they